Hello everyone, myself Ashish Desai, Assistant Professor, Mechanical Department. Today we are going to discuss here unit number first, that is basics. So this basic is divided into two parts. So first part is the properties of fluid and second part is a pressure measurement. So first of all, we look at the learning objective for this session. So first learning objective is to know the importance of fluid mechanics. Second learning objective is to know various properties of fluid mechanics. So after this session, some learning outcome is there. So first learning outcome is the student will able to know a basic content of fluid mechanics. Second learning outcome is the student will able to explain about properties of fluid mechanics. So first of all, we look at the what is mean by fluid mechanics, or you can say introduction of fluid mechanics. So as we know that the fluid is continuously deforms under applied shear stress. So while you applying the shear stress, it can deforms. So that is called as fluid. If you say that in a solid, it does not deforms. So this is basic difference between fluid and solid. The next, mechanics. So mechanics is nothing but it is a science which concerned with behavior of physical bodies. So here we can study the behavior of the bodies when applying the different forces. That is called as mechanics. So wholly, that is fluid mechanics is defined as the science which deals with the behavior of fluids which is at rest as well as in motion and their subsequent effects on surrounding environment, that is called as fluid mechanics. So in short, we can say that the fluid mechanics is nothing but the study of behavior of the fluids which is at rest and in a motion. So fluid mechanics is categorized in three parts. So first part is a fluid statics, second part is a fluid kinetics, then third part is a fluid dynamics. So in fluid statics, the fluid is at rest condition, that is called as fluid statics. Then fluid is in motion, but pressure forces are not considered, that is called as fluid kinematics. Then third branch is for fluid dynamics, when the pressure forces is considered as well as fluid is in motion, that is called as fluid dynamics. So this is all about the fluid mechanics. So fluid we have to consider only liquid and gaseous. The next is the area of fluid mechanics, or you can say why you have to study the fluid mechanics. So this will help, that is fluid mechanics will help design of pumps, design of compressor, design of dam and canal. Then next application is design of piping and ducting in chemical plants. Then next, design of aerodynamics of aeroplanes and automobiles. As you know that now in olden days the cars, or you can say automobiles, is in a rectangular shapes, but nowadays it is in a aerodynamic shapes. So this is a new approach as well as traditional approach. But in a recently we can implement over here the aerodynamics is implemented on a multi-story building also. So here we can study the effects of this streamline flow, and then we have implement according to the that shapes. Then the next study for atmosphere, then sports and microfluids. So this is newly approach for fluid mechanics. So that is why we have to study the fluid mechanics. So there are a number of applications and we have to implement with the effect of fluid mechanics. Okay, now next we will discuss the fluid properties. So this is main motto of our video. So in a fluid properties, first property is mass density, second property is a specific weight, then third property is a specific volume, fourth property is a specific gravity. The next property is viscosity, then surface tension, vapor pressure, capillarity, cavitation. So these are the fluid properties. So in this video, we will explain these four properties, and nextly in the next video, we will discuss these five properties. So first of all, we look at the first, that is the density. So as we know that density is nothing but it is the ratio of mass of the fluid to the volume of the fluid, and it is indicated by rho, that is symbol rho like this. So you can mathematically write as rho is equal to mass of a fluid divided by volume of fluid. So for density of liquid is constant, that's why density of water is 1000 kg per meter cube. So this is a constant at every time. Then density of mercury is 13,600 kg per meter cube. So this is regarding the a density factor. So why you can define like this, that is kg per meter cube? Because suppose we take example, car is moving with 20 kilometer per hour. 20 kilometer per hour means what? The car is moving 20 kilometer in a 1 hour. So likewise here also, if you place mass 1000 kg and it is occupied in a 1 meter cube, so that is called as density. So in case of mercury, what will happen? 13,600 kg of mass which will be occupied in a 1 meter cube volume. So that's why the mercury is more denser than water, because 1 meter cube volume is same, right? But mass will be different. So mass difference means density will be different. So that's why mass increases, density will increases. So here mass is less as compared to mercury. So that's why mercury is more denser, right? For the density is measured in terms of kg per meter cube. Now we discuss here, if you increase the mass, what will happen? Increase the mass, what will happen? Increase the density when the volume will be same. So volume is same. If you increase the mass, density will be increased. If you decrease the mass, what will happen? Decrease in the denser, less denser, that is less dense. Okay. So here we can take example of suitcase. If you consider same volume, right, and if you add more clothes into the suitcase, what will happen? It looks more denser, because more mass, more denser. And if you say same volume and if you minimize the clothes, what will happen? It becomes less denser, because it is directly proportional to the m and d. Now next point, here in that case we have to kept mass constant. Okay, so mass constant we kept here. What will have the effect? If your volume will be increases, density will be decreases, and if your volume will be decreases, the density will be increases. So this is the effect of density. That means density is dependent on mass and volume. Is it clear? The next point is regarding the density factor. So whenever the object is less dense than the water, then it will be float. Take example, glass, that is plastic glass. So that will be less denser than water, so that's why it can float. But another example, if you take a coin, so it more denser, that's why more denser than water, that's why it can sinks. So this is a phenomenon of floating and sinking. Floating means the less denser, so that's why it can float. More denser, it can sink. So this is the effect of floating and sinking. Now here we discuss the density in a deep manner. So here iron ball is there and here cotton ball is there. So here which is one is heavier? The iron ball is heavier as compared to the cotton. Why it is? Because this molecule structure will be in a closely packed, but in case of the cotton balloons, it can be scattered. So this is the basic difference. So here we can take iron for the same volume. So volume will be same, and you are adding the iron and cotton. So here we are placing iron and cotton. So because of the closely packed molecules of iron, so more so that is closely packed. But in case of cotton ball, it should be loosely packed, right? So that means what? If you say the closely packed is there, that should be more mass, and in case of less, or can say loose packed will be there, so that's why less mass. So as you know that the formula is rho is equal to mass upon volume. So here in that case more mass is there, that's why density is more. Is it clear? So mass is stored more in a that 1 meter cube of volume, so that's why density is maximum as compared to cotton ball. But here the less bonding is there, so less mass. So less mass means what? Less denser. So that's why iron has more denser and cotton ball is less denser. So this is the effect. Okay. The next point is the salt water is more dense. Next example, that is salt water is more dense than fresh water. So if you take fresh water and you add the salt, what will happen? Mass will be added. That's why mass will be added means density will be more. So here example is there. If you take a fresh water and if you add the mass, what will happen? Density will be always increases. So that's why it can be correlate with directly proportional, right? So that's why the salt water is more dense than the fresh water. So here clearly mentioned increase in the mass by adding the salt, increase in the density. So another example here, when riverside water is mixed with ocean or you can say sea, what will happen? That ocean water is at the bottom side and over that the fresh water floats because of the fresh water is less dense than sea water. So this is the effect of density. Now the salt water is more dense than the fresh water. Already we discussed because we are adding the more mass of salt into the water, so that should be causes more dense. So if you hit this, what will happen? It should be less dense because the molecule structure will be disturbed and it will be scattered. So that's why it should be less dense when you hit it. So this is regarding the next phenomena for density. The next is, have you wondered that why hot air will be rise? Okay, so here when you apply the air which is in heater manner, the heated air will be become less dense. So until it the balloon will be, that density will be less than the atmosphere. So that's why the hot air of balloon is literally floating on the that air. That's why the when you hitting this cold air, that molecule structure will be disturbed, or you can say it becomes less denser, and that's why it goes on upper side. So this is the effect of density. Now we are studying here the effect of pressure and temperature on density. So first of all we discuss regarding the gases. So the density of gas is proportional to pressure and inversely proportional to temperature. But in case of liquid, there is no effect of pressure, but in case of temperature, the liquid will be that affecting. When you increase the temperature, density goes on decreases. So here the effect is inversely manner. So that's why temperature and temperature for liquid is in inverse direction. So this is regarding the effect of pressure and temperature. So when you take example of boiling of water, so when you boil it, the molecule structure will disturb, so it can interrupt, or can say it can escape into the atmosphere. So that's why the less denser it becomes. So this is the effect of temperature on a liquid, but there is no effect of pressure on a liquid. So here clearly mentioned that is variation of their density with pressure is usually negligible. Okay, now the next slide, that is density for matter. So as you know that the matter has three phases. One is a gas, liquid and solid. So in case of gases, what will happen? The molecule structure will be random in nature, and in case of liquid should be some attraction will be there, but in case of solid the more attraction, or you can say closely bonding is there. So here the gas is less dense and solid has more dense. So we take the example of that. Air has the density is 1.2 kg per meter cube. For water is 1000 kg per meter cube, and for aluminum you can take 2700 kg per meter cube. So this is basic difference. So less denser to more dense means gas is less dense and solid is more dense. So this is the effect of density. Now we'll discuss the next phenomena, that is specific weight, or you can say weight density. Again I repeat, the specific weight or weight density. So it is nothing but the ratio of weight of the fluid to the volume of the fluid. Okay, so it is expressed like this. weight of the fluid means mass of the fluid into acceleration due to gravity. So again I repeat, weight is nothing but m into g. So m is nothing but mass of fluid and g is nothing but acceleration due to gravity. So as we know that mass of the fluid and volume of the fluid, if the ratio is there, so you can take directly rho. So rho is nothing but density into acceleration due to gravity means g. So that equation becomes W equal to rho into g. So the specific unit is Newton per meter cube. So what is the basic difference between density and specific weight? Only the unit. So density purpose we can take kg per meter cube and specific weight we can take Newton per meter cube. So while expressing the mass and weight, so in a density we have expressed in terms of mass, but in a case of specific weight we have to mention here the weight. So that's why we can take Newton per meter cube. Okay, so for specific weight there are two formula. W is equal to weight of the fluid divided by volume of the fluid, and another formula is W equal to rho into g. So this is second formula. Again I repeat, W is equal to weight of the fluid divided by what, volume of the fluid, and W is equal to rho into g. So this is the formula for specific weight, or you can say weight density. Now next term is for specific volume. So specific volume is nothing but volume of the fluid divided by mass of the fluid, or you can say here clearly mentioned that 1 by rho. 1 by rho means it is the reciprocal of the density, that is called as specific volume. So here we can take volume of mass and volume get at the bottom of the side, that is denominator, and we know that that is mass of the fluid and volume is nothing but rho. So 1 by rho is there. So this is regarding the mass, this is regarding the specific volume. Okay, so which is expressed in terms of meter cube per kg, because unit is in a reverse manner. So volume is meter cube and mass in terms of kg. So this is regarding the specific volume. So this is basically are applicable for gases. Okay, now next term is specific gravity. So or can say relative density. So specific gravity for fluid is defined as the ratio of specific weight of given fluid to the specific weight of standard fluid. So this is a standard formula for specific gravity is specific weight of given fluid divided by specific weight of standard fluid. Okay, so here we can take example for S for liquid. So if you take liquid, so that fluid changes liquid, and in case of liquid the standard fluid is water. So that's why I can write here specific weight of water. Water is for liquid, you can directly, and density for given fluid. So this is regarding the specific gravity for liquid. Now we move for specific gravity for gases. So here specific gravity is nothing but specific weight of given fluid to the specific weight of air. So standard fluid in case of gases is air, and for liquid we can take as a water. So here the difference is there, water and air. And in terms of we can write as a density of given fluid divided by density of air. So only replace the word, that is density. So density of given fluid divided by density of air for gases, and for liquid purpose we can take density of given fluid to the density of water. So this is regarding the case 1, case 2. So here clearly mentioned that density and density, so density get cancelled out, so there is no need for specific gravity or relative density. Okay, normally the specific gravity is expressed in the industry because there is no unit. Suppose if you say that uh, density of water, so we can say that 1000 kg per meter cube, so fully mention is required. But in case of specific gravity, only you mention the value 1, 2, 3. So specific gravity of water is 1, specific gravity of mercury is 13.6. Likewise you can say directly. Okay, so now next point is related with relative density. So here if you know the volume of the substance, that is 7,800 kg per meter cube, and it is dipped in a water, so that's why the relative density is 7.8. So density is more as for iron, so that's why it can dips, or can say sinks. So whenever the relative density is maximum than 1, so here I mentioned that relative density is maximum than 1, So that time call it as a object will be sinks. Object will be sinks. But in case of that wooden ball, or can say wood, what will happen? It can floats because density, the I can say specific gravity of water is 1, correct, and specific gravity of wood is 0.5. That's why it should be floating. Okay, so this is regarding the specific gravity. So always remember that the word specific gravity is always mentioned in a industry because there is no unit. Okay, so we can take different examples also. So if you place a water and oil, so what will happen? The water is at the bottom side and oil is at the upper side because of density, because more density is available for water. So water is the density is 1000 kg per meter cube, and for oil, so oil is about 800 kg per meter cube. So that's why it can floats. So next phenomena is discussing over here, that is floating and sinking. So assume that the floating, so density of substance is less, density of substance is less than the solvent. So that time the floating effect is there. For example, wood floating on a water. So because water has maximum density, so it can be like at the bottom, and wood will be float. And in case of sinking, what will happen? Density of substance is greater than density of solvent. So here the substance is more dense. So here substance is more dense. That's why it can be deep. So example is metal coil sinks in the water. So this is regarding the sinking. So these are two phenomena. So this is related with the density. Okay. So substance density is depending also important. Okay. The next point is regarding the important formula. So in this lecture, we are discuss here the density, or you can say that another word is a mass density, or you can say specific mass. So it is nothing but mass of the fluid to the volume of the fluid. So formula is rho is equal to mass upon volume. For specific volume, it is the reciprocal of density. So that's why nu is at V, that is V is equal to volume of fluid to the mass of the fluid. Unit is meter cube per kg, and here kg per meter cube, because mass is in terms of kg, volume in terms of meter cube, kg per meter cube, but in case of that, meter cube per kg. Next formula is for specific weight. So specific weight, or can say weight density. So there are two formulas, as we know that is weight of the fluid to the volume of the fluid is equal to rho into g. So what is the difference between mass density and specific weight? Difference is only that we are expressing the density is in terms of kg per meter cube, but in case of specific weight, we are expressing in terms of Newton per meter cube. Is it clear? Now, the next definition is specific gravity. So we can write like that: S for liquid is equal to weight density of liquid divided by weight density of water, and for gases, weight density of gas divided by weight density of air. So this is regarding the specific gravity. Now we will discuss the problem related with this. So first problem is calculate the specific weight. So this formula is important. Only we are memorizing that rho is equal to mass upon volume, or you can say volume is nothing. Specific volume is equal to volume of fluid to the mass of fluid. And for specific weight, I mentioned again there are two formulas. One is W is equal to rho into G. Another formula is W is equal to weight of the fluid to the volume of the fluid. Okay, and specific weight is written over here for liquid and gases. So here calculate the specific weight, density, and specific gravity of 1 liter of liquid which weighs 7 Newton. So as we know that 1 liter is mentioned here, that is why it is containing volume. So V is equal to 1 liter, and for it can weighs means weight, it should be 7 Newton. So W is equal to 7 Newton. So here V is equal to 1 liter. We can write for conversion purpose in terms of meter cube, we can take divided by 1000. So 1 divided by 1000 means a meter cube is there. Okay, and for that W, so that is specific, sorry, that weight, weight is in terms of 7 Newton. So I can write W is equal to 7 Newton. So first of all, we find out the specific weight. So specific weight is having two formula. So first formula we can use here for finding specific weight, that is weight upon volume, weight of the fluid divided by volume of the fluid. So this is expressed in terms of Newton per meter cube. So Newton we can require weight. So directly mention here 7 Newton. So I can write 7 Newton. Volume is in terms of required in terms of meter cube. So that's why I can write 1 upon 1000 meter cube directly. And then we can find out the value of 7000 Newton per meter cube. That is regarding the specific weight. Now we discuss here regarding the density. So for density, the formula is that we know that the mass of the fluid divided by volume of the fluid. So mass is not given, but volume is given. So there are two unknown phenomena is there. So that's why again we move for second formula of specific weight. So specific weight is nothing but rho into g. So this is second formula. W is equal to rho into g. So we know that the rho is unknown, that is density. W is nothing but the specific weight, that is 7000. We can write directly. So this weight and this weight is different. Is it clear? The specific weight and weight is different. So weight is in terms of expressed in 7 Newton and specific weight is in terms of Newton per meter cube. Okay. So second formula we can use here. So rho is unknown and g is 9.81. W is equal to 7000. So that equation becomes, so rho is equal to W by G. W can put value 7000, G 9.81, and that value becomes 713 kg per meter cube. So next we can go for specific gravity. So specific gravity is for two purposes, that is one case for liquid and for gases. So here clearly mentioned that specific gravity for liquid. So that's why I can write first formula, specific gravity for liquid, that is nothing but density of liquid divided by density of standard fluid, that is water. So for liquid purpose, we can write density of water and here mentioning the liquid. So we can write mention the liquid. So what is density of liquid over here? 713. So I can write 713. And density of water is about 1000. So I can write directly. Okay. And then we formulate that specific gravity. So specific gravity is 0.7. So there is no unit. Always remember that specific gravity has no unit. Okay. So this is regarding the phenomena of specific gravity. Okay. Now next that example we take here. Calculate the density, specific weight and weight of the volume, that is 1 liter of petrol of specific gravity 0.7. So here the specific gravity is given to you, that is S equal to 0.7 and volume is 1 liter. So we can convert into meter cube. So directly you can divide by 1000. Directly we get the value is 0.001 meter cube. Now we use a formula density. Density is equal to nothing but rho is equal to mass upon volume. So mass is unknown, volume is only known. So there is no usage of density formula. Now here we can use this formula, that is specific gravity, that is nothing but 0.7, because whenever mentioning the specific gravity, directly you can write this formula. Okay, so specific gravity for petrol is there, so that's why density of that fluid means petrol. Here petrol, we can replace this word fluid by petrol, and water we can take as it is because it is standard one. So standard one is kept as it is. So as per formula, this is as per formula for given fluid means petrol is there. So density of petrol. Okay, so here we have to find out density of petrol. So we find out specific gravity into density of water. So density of water, always remember that 1000 kg per meter cube. So you can multiply by 1000. So S into 1000 kg per meter cube. So S means 0.7. So I can write here 0.7 into 1000. So that becomes value 700 kg per meter cube. So again I repeat here that so standard formula is specific gravity is density of given fluid divided by density of water, because it is related with liquid. So that's why I can write here. Again I have that formula you can modify here, that is specific gravity is equal to density of petrol divided by density of water. Okay, so here we put the value of specific gravity, that is 0.7, density of water, that is 1000. Always remember that it should be 1000. So 1000 into 0.7, so 1000 into 0.7, what will happen? 700 kg per meter cube. So that is density of petrol. How much it is? Density of petrol is 700 kg per meter cube. Okay, so 0.7 to 1000. Okay, now next point is for weight. So specific weight is know that W equal to rho into G. So there are two formula for specific weight. So we can use here W equal to rho into G. Why? Because rho is known to you, G is 9.81. So rho is 700 and G is 9.81. Rho is 700, G is 9.81. So that's why the weight is nothing but, specific weight is nothing but Newton per meter cube. Newton per meter cube. The next we require here weight. Okay, so again we go for next that same formula, that is specific weight is equal to weight upon volume. So as you know that specific weight I can calculate already, that is 6867. So we can put over here. Then weight is unknown because weight is asking over here, and divided by volume. So volume is, we formulate that is 0.001. Okay, so 1 liter is there, so we can divide by 1000, that in converts meter cube. So that value is 0.001. 0.001. So that becomes the value is W is equal to 6.867 Newton. So this is regarding the formula. So always remember that there will be two formula for specific weight, that is W equal to rho into G, and W is equal to weight of the fluid divided by volume of the fluid. So this is the two formula for specific weight, and specific gravity is two formula, that is liquid and gases. Only we have to change the liquid and gases over here. Okay, so this is regarding the formula. So whenever mentioning the specific gravity, so directly we can use first formula, that is specific gravity is equal to density of given fluid divided by density of water. Why? Because water, because here mentioned that petrol is there, so petrol is liquid, so that's why we consider that like this. Okay, so this is regarding the examples related with a simple form, that simple properties. Okay, thank you. So in next lecture we will discuss the regarding the remaining properties of fluid. Thank you.